Okay, deck profile for the July 12th, 2016 Midweek Tournament. Winning deck was Infernoids. Last time I did this deck profile was a very long time ago, so I guess we can call this an update. Let's start with the main deck, monsters. We got 2 Anunku. Anunku basically is my dark hole. It basically will destroy any monsters that are on the field with the exception of itself. It takes 3 banishings to bring it out. Also, it has a secondary ability where if someone were to activate a magic or trap card, I can tribute 1 monster, including itself, to negate and banish the card. 2 Deviati. Deviati is basically kind of like my Heavy Storm. It takes 3 banishings to bring him out. It basically destroys all magic and trap cards in the field. Its secondary ability is if any monster effect would be activated, I can tribute any monster, including itself, and negate and banish that monster. 3 Sightsmiths. This one is probably one of the better 2 tributes. Basically, if I were to attack a monster on the field, after the battle step ends, then I can banish 1 card in the field, and it doesn't target. No Atondel this time, although it's one of my personal favorites. There was no room for him in this particular build. 3 Patrulia. It pops back rows. 3 Harmodic. Pops monsters. 3 Permias. Targets a set card on the field and shuffles it back into the deck. Came in pretty good during a lot of my matches, including Yang Zing. That's one of the only ways to get it off the field without its effect going off, honestly. 3 Decatron. MVP, always has been, always will be. Basically, I can send any Infernoid from my deck to my graveyard, and it gains its effect as well as its level. It's also my tuner. And then the only 2 monsters in here that are not Infernoid is 2 Raiden. Everyone knows what Raiden does. So that's the monster lineup. Going into the spells. So spells, we got 3 Instant Fusion for my Norden Omega plays or any other synchro that I might possibly want to go into. 3 Into the Voids for draw power. Plus with Noids, if I happen to have monsters in my hand at the end phase, it's okay that they go to the graveyard. 2 were Arfthau. New combo that kind of recently came up. I give credit to that guy who placed, what, top 16 or whatever, I forget his name. He kind of came up with this deck, so I kind of copied it off of him. Basically, you have to have a level 1 on top of the field. You target it, and then you get to search for your tuner. Basically, that's what I do anyway. 2 Charge of Light Brigade. Mill 3 cards and search for a Raiden. I would consider putting that down to 1, but it seems to work at 2. Then my one-ofs. 1 Reasoning, obvious reasons. 1 Monsters Gate, obvious reasons. 1 for 1, Burial, Upstart, Rekindling, and Soul Charge. That's the spell lineup. Traps, only 2 traps. Solemn Scolding. This is one of the few decks that can run it really successfully, and the reason why I say that is because we really don't have any back rows, so, you know, chances are if this is set, then, you know, it's gonna go off. Then, extra deck, start with the Synchros. We have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We have Scarlet Light Dragon Archifiend. 2 Cypher Omegas. Scrap Archifiend for OTK plays. Speedroid Chambara for OTK plays. MVP of one of my matches for sure is my Goyo Defenders. The Goyo Defender combo, I'm sure everyone's gone through it, but I'll go through it later. Gem Knight Pearl for OTK plays. 2 Dantes. One of these Dantes was supposed to be Minerva. Obviously, I do not own a Minerva, so I went with the second Dante. Leviair, for also part of the Goyo combo. And then my fusions, Thousand-Eyes Strict, and Elder Entity Norden. And side deck. So I didn't really have to use my side deck too much, but I did 2 Chaos Hunter for Cosmo. I did 2 Twin Twister for anyone who runs a lot of back row. Magical Deflector, back row / Monarchs. Fairy Wind, back row. Royal Decree. Honestly, I put that in just in case I ran into a Demise deck. Mask of Restrict, Monarchs. Rivalry of Warlords. Pretty much any deck that runs more than 1 type. And if you guys want to see what the combo is? I'm sure that a lot of people have gone over it already, but I'll go over it anyway for you guys. So basically what you want is you want your level 1 on the field, possibly Permias, okay? So that's a special summon. You normal summon this guy. You send a second Permias to grave to make it a 3. You synchro for your Goyle. Keep in mind, Goyle's effect only goes off if it's the only one on the field. So you go Goyle, effect Goyle, effect Goyle. Then, because you do have a Decatron in the graveyard, which is, you really do need to have that, you overlay into Levier. Then you go through your graveyard, which should also, at the time when you're doing this combo, have one of your large guys. It can be either Sightsmith or even possibly Deviati or Anunku, whatever. I'm going to say Sightsmith, okay? So you banish 2. Let's say it's this one and this guy. Bring this guy out. Then you do Levier's effect. Brings out Decatron again. Decatron's effect goes out. And then you have your choice of what you want to make him into. So for the most part, I usually do this. I would send Patrulia, making him a 5. Synchro with the other Goyo for 8. And bring out your Crystal Wing. And that's basically the play. So that's it for this week, folks. We're just about to enter the tournament for Saturday, and I will be posting videos from that. So until next time, don't forget to scoop with the Infid. Shoots!